basically my happy place.
Us military guys, we love to play and we love to win.
You love it that much?
I love it, yeah. It's changed my life, it really has.
And on Labor Day, the honor to hit on one of the most competitive courts in tennis, a trip to the U.S. Open.
This is an amazing place, absolutely amazing place.
And when the vets finish, they'll end clinic the way they always do.
Forget the man who died, who gave that right to me.
Grateful to have served. Katie Beck, NBC News, Orlando, Florida.
The program is so popular, next year they say they're going to open it up to military families as well. That is Nightly News for this Monday, Labor Day. I'm Kate Snow. For all of us at NBC News, thanks for watching. Have a great night.
That is fire being pushed by the wind.
An intifada.
Your teen has 500 followers, but how many do they really know? Kids may be good at avoiding dishonest people in real life, but what about online? With inappropriate contact, teach them to spot it, block it, and report it. The more you know.
12 News at 6, Arizona's Choice at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kariba Divine.
And I'm Mike Gonzalez in for Mark Curtis tonight. The search continues tonight for two missing Valley boys. Police believe they may be with their father, who is accused of killing their pregnant mother. 8-year-old Victor Coronado Nunez and 5-year-old Jonathan Coronado Nunez have been missing since Saturday. Their 24-year-old mother, Aurelia Nunez, and her roommate, Omar Gonzalez, were found shot to death Saturday morning. Investigators issuing a warrant for the boys' father, Dimas Coronado.
Police looking for an aqua green Ford F-150 pickup truck with a white camper shell. The truck has a Mexico license plate, ZUD7164. Right now, Coronado faces 3 charges of homicide.
The daughter of the man murdered this weekend speaking exclusively to Team 12's Jessica DeNova about the memories she has of her dad. Jessica.
Kimberly Gonzalez was setting aside a few dollars here and there. She and her dad had plans for a trip to Las Vegas, but now she tells me that money is going toward her father's funeral. A daughter too crushed to talk about the last time she saw her dad, Omar Gonzalez. Phoenix police say Gonzalez and his roommate, Aurelia Nunez, were murdered Saturday morning. The third victim, Nunez's unborn child. Investigators naming Dimas Coronado as the suspect in the triple homicide.
Sometimes I really wish it's not true.
Kimberly Gonzalez losing her dad at just 11 years of age. The two getting to know each other better over the last couple years after Kim's father moved to the Valley.
No importa la distancia, siempre es.
Dad lived in Rocky Point when he gave his only daughter this keychain reading,
"It doesn't matter how far we are, I'm always with you."
Those who knew Omar Gonzalez tell me Gonzalez was just renting a room at the home and did not have any romantic relationship with the woman killed in this case. They say he was planning to move out in a month because of death threats from her jealous husband, who is the suspect in this triple murder.
Some people said he got shot.
Today, only memories can close the gap between this father and daughter.
He'll like me to get good grades, and each time I would actually get grades, he'll celebrate me, take me to eat.
Dinner dates and soccer games with someone she could trust. A friend is how Kimberly remembers her father.
He was a great dad.
The families of both victims want to return their bodies to their parents in Mexico. We have a link to a fundraiser, a GoFundMe fundraiser on 12news.com. Live in the Alert Center, Jessica DeNova, 12 News.
All right, Jessica, thank you. After a week of mourning following Senator McCain's death, attention is now starting to turn to who will fill the late senator's seat. There are plenty of options. The pick could have a major impact on the direction of the country.
Team 12 political reporter Michael Doudna is verifying that role that pick could play. Michael?
Well, Mike, John McCain was a lion in the Senate, playing a huge role in the culture. But in recent years, it's been his vote that has sometimes been the difference in whether a policy has lived or died. Senator John McCain's seat will soon be filled, and whoever takes over, well, they're going to have some big decisions to make. And it likely starts with that guy, Brett Kavanaugh, the Supreme Court nominee, who Democrats will seem ready to fight.
Big question is whether or not there will be just one or two Republicans who will be willing to cross over.
And currently, without John McCain, Republicans hold just a one-vote majority in the Senate, meaning whoever takes over for McCain, Republicans would like to see a strong conservative vote. And it's not just the Supreme Court at risk here, but funding for the government, as Congress needs to find a budget by September 29th in order to avoid another government shutdown. Finally, there's health care. You probably remember that McCain was the deciding vote that saved the Affordable Care Act just last year. So we can verify that in a tightly contested Senate, whoever takes over for McCain, well, could be the difference when it comes to health care, the Supreme Court, the budget, or any number of divisive issues in Washington. And Politico reports that Governor Ducey has discussed the Senate seat with President Trump, and it would only really make sense at this point that whomever is picked here to be a strong yes vote for the Trump-McConnell agenda. Over to you guys.
All right, Michael, thank you. Well, as Governor Ducey prepares to make his choice, we're asking, what do you think about this issue? Who do you think should fill Senator John McCain's Senate seat in Washington? A family member, a politician, or maybe even a business leader?
And you see the results on your screen. 73% right now saying a family member, 9% at business leader. So should be really interesting to see ultimately who he picks. You can weigh in on our website. It's 12news.com/yourvoice. All right, while many are talking about filling Senator McCain's seat and the midterm elections, President Trump has his mind on a different race. We're talking the 2020 presidential race. In a tweet earlier today, the commander-in-chief saying, quote, "I see that John Kerry, the father of the now terminated Iran deal, is thinking of running for president. I should only be so lucky, although the field that is currently assembling looks really good for me." This after the longtime senator did not rule out running for the White House in 2020 in an interview with CBS News. All right, listen up to this one. A mom in the UK is warning, wear socks when trying on shoes. It's all because her daughter developed something called sepsis. It's a sometimes deadly response to an infection after trying on a pair of shoes while you're barefoot.
Yeah, this is really scary. Team 12's Brandon Hamilton looks into this case and explores what exactly sepsis is.
This is Sienna, a 4-year-old girl in the UK who was recently in the fight for her life after developing sepsis, possibly from trying on shoes with her bare feet. Thankfully, in this case, doctors were able to drain the pus and clear up the infection after about a week in the hospital. Sepsis is the body's toxic response to an infection.
Sepsis can be the result of any infection. It can be the result of someone developing pneumonia. It can be the result of having a urinary tract infection, a bladder infection. It can result from having a cut on your skin that gets infected.
Doctors believe that is the cause of Sienna's sepsis. Bacteria got into her body through a cut on her foot.
The foot, what is inside a shoe, is a wonderful, moist, growing environment for bacteria.
Taking care of your wounds is key to preventing an infection and ultimately sepsis.
If you get a cut, you clean it, put antibiotic ointment on it, and you cover it.
The numbers are terrifying. According to the Sepsis Alliance, sepsis is one of the leading causes of death for children in the U.S., with more than 18 children dying from it each day.
It is extremely common. It's more common than heart attacks, more common than strokes.
That is why knowing the warning signs are so important. You can use the acronym, It's About Time. T stands for temperature, I for infection, M stands for mental decline, and E stands for extremely ill.
Every hour that sepsis goes unrecognized, you have a 7.6% increase in your mortality.
Overall, practice good hygiene and prevent infection. And when it comes to trying on shoes, doctors do recommend wearing socks to help prevent contact or the spread of bacteria. Brandon Hamilton, 12 News.
So cover those wounds.
Yeah, you don't think about that. I was just telling you how when I first got to Arizona, I was trying on some flip-flops and, you know, some of those sandal type things, and And I was thinking that I probably shouldn't be doing this.
But it's kind of unavoidable.
Yeah.
Like, how do you try on flip-flops with socks on, right?
Yeah, but I'm with you. Cover it up.
Cover up the wounds. All right, well, coming up next on 12 News at 6, a mom on the run. We'll show you the scary video that has troopers hoping for a safe conclusion.
Plus, bringing home the bacon is all up to you. How you can almost guarantee a higher salary, but being more than just a hard worker. We'll tell you how.
Yeah, well, things are starting to sizzle up towards the north of us. Monsoon kicking in. Big storms. Will they make it into the valley? I'm James Quinones, back with all those details and your 7-day forecast.
And you're watching 12 News, your official home of the Arizona Cardinals.
Another truckload of Toyotas. What a sight.
Yeah, during Toyota's national clearance event, we've got the last of the 2018s. And super low APR financing.
Maybe that's why they go so fast.
Okay, that's got to be a record.
During the Toyota National Clearance Event, lease a new Tacoma for just $259 a month. Or get $1,000 cash back on a 2018 Tacoma today.
Save on the last of the 2018s. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Express shocks the world. Now through Labor Day, save up to 66.5% at Express Flooring. Get the free in-home shopping experience and pay no interest until 2020. Call now and Express will send you on a dream cruise for two. Express shocks the world.
Call 800-EXPRESS.
It's the summer of Jeep. Time to get out there in the redesigned Jeep Cherokee. Or the Jeep Compass.
Mike said, "Hey guys, almost at Vista Point."
With legendary capability and the ultimate in-car experience, who knows where the adventure will take you. Connect with great deals during the Jeep Labor Day sales event. Or well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage sign and drive lease on the 2018 Jeep Compass with 0 to its signing.
Want to sell your home in 72 hours at full market value? This is Greg Haig. At Haig Partners, we developed a program designed to sell any Arizona home at full market value in just 72 hours. Our home selling program is so effective it's been featured in Forbes. It's easy. It's fast. Sell your home at full market value in just 72 hours. Just put in your address and get a price for your home at 72sold.com. That's 72sold.com.
Subscribe to 12 News on YouTube for everything Arizona.
Tonight, with only one episode left before the finale.
This is my year.
It's now.
Nothing's gonna stop me from hitting that final buzzer.
Or never.
The Phoenix can fly!
American Ninja Warrior, tonight on NBC.
Last season, nobody saw Philly coming.
What a play call! How do you figure?
That's the beauty of it. Anything can happen. And it all starts right here. NFL kickoff, Falcons, Eagles on NBC.
Now here's a look at your hot headlines. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office is still working to identify a body found near State Route 85 in Buckeye.
Investigators have not released any information about how old the body is or its gender yet. We will continue to follow the details on air right here and on 12news.com.
Now take a look at this. The Texas Department of Public Safety just released new video of a woman at the center of a car chase running from police with her baby, then trying to steal another car. This happened back in June. Investigators say the troopers were in the middle of a traffic stop when 29-year-old Caitlin Rodriguez just took off. The mother allegedly hit the highway going more than 100 miles per hour before crashing, grabbing her baby, and then running off. Officers arrested Rodriguez, and she faces several charges, including child endangerment and evading arrest and possession of a controlled substance.
That is unbelievable video. Wow. Well, as if you need a reminder to never drink and drive, folks, but in the words of ADOT, we're quoting here, drive hammered, get nailed. Statewide holiday DUI enforcement is underway right now, meaning you're going to see more patrols out on the road across Arizona through the end of today. So know your limits, drink responsibly, and designate a driver.
Well, still ahead on 12 News at 6. Looking for a boost in income? Well, we have the secret you need to hear to help fill your pockets. That's coming up after the break.
Well, Steve Wilkes won't be the only one making his Cardinals debut on Sunday, and that's a breath of fresh air. Plus, Sparky versus Sparty. The matchup this weekend in Tempe kicks off our football coverage next on 12 News at 6.
And then the peanut butter.
Then the jelly. Together we can help feed Arizona this summer.
Visit azmillionmeals.org to see how you can help.
12 Sports is sponsored by your Valley Toyota dealers.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
Thanks. I hear it's your biggest event of the year.
Yeah, you can save on the remaining 2018s. And with super low APR financing and great lease deals, any of these Toyotas can be yours. We have a few more. Oh.
During the Toyota National Clearance Event, get $1,000 cash back on a 2018 Camry or $2,000 back on a 2018 Corolla, or get 0.9% financing on either one.
Oh, wow.
Toyota, let's go places.
During the Ram Labor Day sales event, see why more people are switching to Ram than ever before. Well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2018 Ram 1500 for $179 a month. Hurry to the Ram Labor Day sales event.
I've been active in sports my entire life, but it can take a toll. When my knee started to hurt, I couldn't get relief. Until I found NovaCure. At NovaCure, doctors target the source of the pain and relieve it quickly. This is state-of-the-art technology that targets pain no matter where you hurt.
If you've tried other alternatives and your pain won't go away, then call NovaCure today or go to novacure.com.
Say no to pain. Yes to cure. NovaCure.
My son Brennan was 8 years old when he was diagnosed with a brain tumor. It was the scariest thing I've ever gone through. Having health insurance is the only way that Brennan can survive. I cannot believe that Martha McSally would vote to let insurance companies deny health coverage to people like my son because he has a pre-existing condition. It bothers me. It's not okay. She is not standing up and protecting people like my son.
Majority Forward is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Sanctuary cities, a radical and dangerous immigration policy, banning local police from working with federal officials to catch and deport criminal illegal immigrants. Congresswoman Kyrsten Sinema supports sanctuary cities, even after experts warn they create safe havens for known criminals, victimizing innocent Americans. Yet Kyrsten Sinema votes to give our tax dollars to fund these cities that release illegal criminals. Tell Congresswoman Kyrsten Sinema to stop funding dangerous sanctuary cities.
During the Ram Labor Day sales event, see why more people are switching to Ram than ever before. Well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2018 Ram 1500 for $179 a month. Hurry to the Ram Labor Day sales event.
12 Sports is sponsored by your Valley Toyota dealers.
Well, new at 6, if you're looking to make more money, remember good things happen to those who wait. Researchers from Temple University say being able to delay instant gratification plays a bigger role in salary boosts than race, age, or even gender. That means the more self-control you have, the more money that you're likely to make in the future.
So if I say no to that cheesecake that I can't ever say no to, all right, well, anyway. Well, that salary boost could come in handy if you're ever the person that's caught in tonight's social sound-off. Tonight, we're asking, what is the most ridiculous thing you can be fined for in the state of Arizona? Okay, here's your choices. Is it spitting on the sidewalk, speaking too loudly, or C, playing too many games of pinball?
Okay. Well, let's see. We want Coop to chime in on this one, and Coop says it is.
He thinks he's got the right answer.
No question, it's A.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
We got the. I'm going with A too.
Hey, look, I'm going to start the week off and the month off on a winning streak. A. The answer is, come on.
There you go.
Yes.
Spitting on the sidewalk.
Hey, look, come on, you're talking to me.
Oh, well, I will say, though, this one did seem kind of obvious, but we'll go with it. Well, according to bankrates.com, in Goodyear, you could face up to 6 months in jail and a $2,500 fine for spitting publicly. Okay, that is definitely something I did not know.
I'd be locked up as many times as I spit on the floor. You know?
Ew, that was something we don't want to know about you.
TMI, Coop. But hey, I'm your lucky charm apparently filling in here, Coop. You finally got one right, huh?
I'll take it.
You'll take it. Well, we are going to now toss things over to Jimmy Q, who, Jimmy, this is way past your bedtime.
Yeah,
I
you know what? I don't sleep. I just live here.
You live here. So you do the morning show and then you come back and do the evening show.
Because I want to be with you folks.
Coffee and teeth whitener.
That's
great. How you get through, huh?
I'm telling you. Yeah, absolutely. That teeth whitener, too. Looks really good. Anyway, Happy Labor Day, everyone. And right now, we have some storms. We have also Tropical Storm Gordon out by Florida. I want to let you know this is kind of interesting. It's been kind of a mellow hurricane season so far, pushing off towards Fort Myers, up towards Tampa. Plant City will probably have a couple of storms. Expected to strengthen and make its way towards New Orleans in the next few days or so. So we will be tracking that. For us here, our monsoon, 2.39 inches, and we have until the end of this month, that's it for monsoon, to get to 2.71. So hopefully we can at least be at average. That's at Sky Harbor. So tomorrow's forecast, the high 101 is what I'm going to call for. Your average is 103 degrees for the high temperature. So we're going to be a little bit below average. I'll take that any time of the day, especially in the summer. Hazy skies, a couple of big cumulus clouds trying to build to the south, but most of the activity is just towards the north. You can see that's like a couple of storms trying to make their way out to the south of Avondale, but the real action's up around Payson, more storms around Prescott, lightning. Oh, it is all over the place. So heads up, we also have some advisories up in the high country right around Payson, but things are relatively quiet and up around Flagstaff. Not too much happening right now, but the Bradshaw Mountains, a lot of activity from Prescott up towards Dewey. And for us here, these are the storms we're going to watch just off towards the west, right along Gila Bend, close to the 85 there. Some of those storms could squeak their way into the valley by the time it's all said and done. Watches and warnings, we do have a flood advisory, a flash flood warning up around Payson because of the storms they've had up there. Monsoon meter for tomorrow, about a 5 for northern Arizona, 6 for the White Mountains, and only a 1 here in the valley. I think we're going to be pretty high and dry here for the next 7 days. Here you go, 101 degrees. Not a bad forecast because we're going to be below average for the next couple of days. Then we start to warm up, less humidity. We get up to about 107 degrees for Saturday and back down again for Sunday. The good news is, hopefully, it's going to be a 4-day work week for most people.
12 Sports is sponsored by your Valley Toyota dealers.
Great win, great way to start the season. But we got a big-time football team coming in here. Guess what? They ain't seen nothing yet. Yes, sir.
Game ball, Coach Edwards.
All right, hey, are you on the train? The Herm Edwards era, getting off to a big show on Saturday night with a big win there. Hey, but I tell you what, taking on and beating UTSA in the season opener is one thing. Hosting 11th-ranked Michigan State in Week 2 is something entirely different. Coach Edwards knows his team must be ready for the major jump up in competition.
Just tough, fundamentally football, sound football team. They find themselves very comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Last week was probably an uncomfortable situation for them at home, playing a really game Utah State team that did a lot of good things to put some points on the board. But here again, they're a team that doesn't panic, played well, made the plays to win a football game, and that's the critical part.
Well, Coach Edwards also noted Michigan State travels well and plays well on the road, so expect a good one in Tempe Saturday night in a 7:45 national TV game. Well, it's officially week 1 of the NFL regular season. The Cardinals open up at home Sunday against Washington. All eyes will be on head coach Steve Wilks as he makes his debut on the Cardinals sideline, but he won't be the only newcomer. Expect to see a number of rookies also making their NFL debut this weekend.
You know, experience is good when it's proven, you know, when guys continue to progress and perform. So I don't get caught up, and I told you guys this from day one. I don't mind playing rookies, you know. That's my mindset. I'm going to play the guys that deserve the right to play, and most importantly, we kept the guys that I felt that deserve the right to be here.
All right, Wilks also said that tight end Jermaine Gresham and linebacker Marcus Golden are close to returning. Both were activated off the physically unable to perform list over the weekend. All right, it's Monday night, time to hand out a Koopy. Just one tonight before they yank me off the stage. And after winning the award myself for the past several years, I have to relinquish the benefiting from good looks award to this golf fan in the crowd at today's final round of the Dell Technologies Championship. That's right, that guy who looks like Tiger Woods is actually a fan, giving other fans hugs and taking pictures too. Hey, he got the final round right, didn't he? Red and black look. Hey, crazy resemblance, huh?
Oh, and I'm sure he knows it too. Like, I think he enjoes
I would have never
that.
guessed. That looked exactly like
Hey, look, I bought it hook, line, and sinker. I thought it was him.
That's what I thought, too. I was like, who are you talking about?
And you've been looking at Tiger forever. Oh, my
I'm
goodness.
telling you,
I'm sure he gets lots of benefits from pretending to be Tiger
rounds of
Woods.
golf.
Yeah. Well, finally at 6, one last thing for you. While the world mourns the death of Senator John McCain, we'll be right back.
Village Inn is celebrating 60 years of serving breakfast. That's a lot of flippin' pancakes. Celebrate all September with all-you-can-eat pancakes for just $3.99. That's 60 years of real good breakfast.
Hey! Hi, just stretching out.
Hurry to the Chrysler Labor Day sales event. Well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2018 Chrysler Pacifica for $329 a month.
Why do we keep making the fastest muscle cars in the world? Because once you've tasted American performance, you can never get enough. We're the Brotherhood of Muscle.
Don't miss the Dodge Labor Day sales event. Or well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage sign and drive lease on the 2018 Challenger with zero due at signing.
Don't miss 4 incredible days of Labor Day deals at Conn's Home Plus. Save up to 35% or more on appliances. Save 50% on furniture bonus offers. And save up to $1,900 on big screen TVs. Go to Cons.com to get the low monthly payment that's right for you. Hundreds of huge offers, 4 amazing days, 1 not to be missed sale.
You want a better life and our best price. You deserve it at Conn's.
The best birthday cakes are pancakes. Celebrate Village Inn's 60th all September long with all-you-can-eat pancakes, just $3.99. That's 60 years of real good breakfast.
The Charles Schwab Cup playoffs are the stuff of legends, a culmination of competition, a gathering of the greats, and a pretty shiny trophy. Bernhard Langer won a legendary 3 years in a row. Then, Kevin Sutherland dethroned Langer with his own legendary win. But just because they won those trophies doesn't mean they'll win this trophy. It's all on the line at the Charles Schwab Cup Championship, only on Golf Channel.
Well, finally at 6, one last thing for you. While the world mourns the death of Senator John McCain, there was a lighthearted moment shared in the audience of his Washington, D.C. memorial on Saturday. You can see it here. Former President George W. Bush slipping First Lady Michelle Obama a piece of candy. The short video has been viewed millions of times and went viral almost instantly. Many are calling this moment a bipartisanship.
Hey, we've always known that politics and candy can mix.
And they're just kind of doing what we do sometimes
Exactly.
in those situations.
All right, well, thanks for putting your trust in us. And remember, we're always on 12news.com.
We'll see you back here tonight for 12 News at 10. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thank you for watching Arizona's most watched station, home of your favorite shows, official home of the Arizona Cardinals, and everything Arizona.
Play Connection by One Republic.
These days my waves get lost in the ocean. 7 billion swimmers, man, I'm going through the motions. Set up a flare, I need love and devotion. Trade it for some faces that I'll never know. Notion.
Connect with great deals during the Jeep Labor Day sales event. Well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee for $229 a month.
Because you're headed in the right direction. Because a bright future is in sight. Because dependability matters. MidFirst Bank is always true to your money. With guidance and support to help your business achieve new levels of success. MidFirst Bank, True to your money.
My first thought was, this is ridiculous. I plan parties and events, but I didn't plan on getting breast cancer. I'm married, 2 kids, full-time career. My doctor recommended Ironwood Cancer and Research Centers. And after my first visit, I knew Ironwood was the place for me. They were so caring, compassionate, and knowledgeable. They saved my life. I am forever grateful.
If you've had an abnormal mammogram, call Ironwood Breast Centers.
With the Ironwood team behind me, I fought the fight and I won.
Arizonans can't afford their health care. Some people don't have it. Those who do have it are paying too much.
Kirsten Sinema says end the partisan nonsense and protect Arizonans. It's why Kirsten Sinema voted to stop a new age tax on health care for Arizonans aged 50 and over and protect coverage for 2.8 million Arizonans with pre-existing conditions.
You've got to bring people together to do what's right.
Kirsten Sinema, Senate.
I'm Kirsten Sinema, and I approve this message.
Our weather can be volatile here in the summer, and it can change in a matter of minutes. And my responsibility to you is to keep you safe.
Closed captioning of 12 News is brought to you in part by your Desert Ford dealers.
Extra, Arizona's Choice at 6:30.
Now on Extra. Leanne Rimes and Eddie Cibrian cruising in Lake Como, lighting up Paris. Real housewife Teresa Giudice's bikini escape to the Bahamas. Plus, we're revealing the A-list summer vacation Insta-video diaries.
What's up, New York?
J-Lo and A-Rod in Italy. Will Smith and his fam climbing a volcano. Oprah and Gayle all over Europe.
I highly recommend Montenegro.
Gwen Stefani, extra exclusive in Las Vegas.
You're living proof that you can love again.
I'm living proof right here, for real, of miracles.
From finding love after heartbreak to the Vegas show that blew her away.
I mean, people were crying.
Then Gwen's man Blake, Kelly, Adam, Jennifer. The voice is...
Back again.
And we've got your first look at all the battles.
For God's sakes, this is not a slumber party.
Oscar buzz for Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Sterling K. Brown goes from This Is Us to This Is the Predator. Everything you need to know about going to the movies this fall. Plus, Kevin Hart is Hollywood's $120 million make-you-laugh funny man.
Hence the title, Comedic Rock Star.
Now on Extra from Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Extra. I'm Mario Lopez. Happy Labor Day. First up today, we got your favorite stars enjoying the final days of summer.
Oh, sad to hear that. Yeah, Mario, from J-Lo's romantic trip to Italy to Oprah's star-studded boat trip. Jerry has all the details.
When the A-list...
That's a volcano.
...escapes on a getaway.
What's up?